So I knew DC was better. I had no clue it was going to be...
It's Tara and Jody doing it. What are we doing today? I love that name. I thought it was the funniest thing when we came up with that name. Our friends seem to like it too, right, Jody? So people get our sense of humor. Today, we are testing the difference between AC and DC power. Go ahead and use our Jackery to power up our refrigerator over here, our Dometic. And we're going to report back live and let you know how it's going. We know DC is going to be more efficient, but we'll see how much more.
All right, guys, so the first test is running the fridge on AC. So if you look right here, the fridge is at 32 and 33. I have both sides set to 33. It is 8:03, so we're gonna see how long it runs on AC at 33 degrees. Then I'll charge it up and do it on 12 volts. So there's 1 gallon of water in each side. So the more you have in there, the better, the longer it lasts. All right, guys, it's a little over 40 hours later. So it is at temperatures at 32 and 35. It's almost dead, so let's see what we're at here. So, and this is on AC. So on AC inside with only 1 gallon inside the fridge, it lasted a little over 40 hours. So if it was outside and it was hot out, it's not gonna last as long. But also if there was more food in there, it would last longer. So maybe that evens it out for if it was outside. But I'm gonna charge it back up. Then I'm gonna hook it up DC.
Every time he says AC or DC, I just can't help but think, I'm back. Back in black. Back in black.
And we'll see how long it lasts on DC. It's 11:08 Friday. I just plugged in my 2 battery packs. So the new ones are internally, but I have 2 external 300 watts that I normally keep plugged into my truck. And we're gonna see, it's at 10% battery life now, so I'll check it in about an hour or so. We are charged back up here. So right now I'm gonna shut the AC off on the fridge. I'm gonna come over here and plug in 12 volts and turn the DC on. Go ahead and unplug this. So right now, you want to disconnect, like if you're not running AC, you don't want to run that inverter. So you want to shut it off when you're not using it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and unplug these so it's not charging no more. I started recording this with the 12 volts Friday at around 11 a.m. It is now 8:08 p.m. on Monday. So we're on 12 volts now. So we're at 11% here. And I think it was about 40 hours to this point. A little over 40 hours, maybe 41 hours almost, before on AC power. Now that we're using DC power, that's we're over 80 hours. So we got over twice as much electricity using DC over AC. So when we're running AC, the converter has to convert it to AC, so that takes up a lot of electricity. Then the fridge is going here, AC, and then it's converting it back to DC. So we're doing 2 conversions here instead of just going straight DC to DC.
Back in black.
So I knew DC was better. I had no clue it was gonna be literally twice as much to get to that. And this is an old Jackery we've had about 3 years. This is how it stays set up in our truck. We run it on DC in the truck most of the time. The only problem is if I'm running a diesel heater, I gotta run it on AC. Because of course when I'm running a diesel heater, it's cooler outside, so the AC is not having to cool down the fridge as much. But that's the only time I had to plug this into AC because I only have 1 DC outlet, so I use that for my diesel heater.
Back in black.
And sometimes I have to unplug it when I run my shower. But the shower, I unplug it for whatever 30 minutes while we're using our shower pump to do our hot water, our Joka hot water system. So I'll unplug this. The fridge doesn't cool down in a half hour. It stays good. Run it and then plug it back in.
All right, we kind of knew what would happen, but we were still surprised at the exact results. If you were surprised too, let us know in the comments. If there's anything else you want us to test out and let you know about, please let us know. We hope you enjoyed watching this video today. Tara and Jody do it. Subscribe and like for more.